Once a beloved staple of 1980s television, Who's the Boss? 1984-1992 charmed audiences with its witty humor, heartfelt family moments, and unforgettable cast. From the hard-working and kind-hearted Tony Micelli to the ambitious executive Angela Bauer and her spirited daughter Samantha. The show perfectly blended comedy and warmth, leaving a lasting mark on viewers around the world. More than 3 decades later, fans still remember these characters with fondness and curiosity. Where are the actors now, and how have their lives and careers evolved since those golden sitcom days? Join us as we take a nostalgic look back at the stars of Who's the Boss, exploring how time has shaped their journeys from television icons of the past to the inspiring individuals they've become today. Alyssa Milano portrayed Samantha Micelli beginning her role in 1984 when she was only 12 years old. Samantha was Tony Micelli's energetic, tomboyish daughter, whose big heart and quick wit made her one of the show's most relatable young characters. Growing up under her father's protective yet playful eye and Angela Bauer's structured influence, Samantha navigated adolescence with humor and honesty. Viewers watched her evolve from a spunky kid into a confident young woman, tackling issues of independence, friendship, and self-discovery that mirrored the experiences of an entire generation. Alyssa Milano's genuine warmth and natural acting talent made Samantha a television favorite, helping her transition smoothly into teen and adult stardom. Following Who's the Boss, Milano took on more mature roles in Melrose Place Charmed and Mistresses, earning global recognition. Beyond acting, she became an influential activist, author, and producer, notably helping ignite the Me Too movement with her powerful advocacy for women's rights. She also published books on empathy and activism, showing a thoughtful and compassionate side beyond Hollywood. Married to talent agent David Bugliari since 2009, she has 2 children and remains deeply committed to social justice. As of 2025, Alyssa Milano is 52 years old and continues to inspire audiences as both an actress and a passionate voice for equality and empowerment. Tony Danza portrayed Tony Micelli from 1984 to 1992, joining the show at age 33. Tony was a former professional baseball player whose career ended early, leading him to take an unconventional job as a live-in housekeeper for Angela Bauer, a high-powered advertising executive. Beneath his tough Bronx exterior, Tony was kind, funny, and deeply devoted to his daughter Samantha. His street-smart wisdom and compassionate heart constantly challenged social expectations about masculinity and domestic roles. Over 8 seasons, his relationship with Angela evolved from friendship and mutual respect into genuine love, giving the show both humor and emotional depth. Tony's warmth and humanity made him one of the most beloved sitcom fathers of the 1980s. In real life, Tony Danza's journey was just as dynamic. A former boxer discovered by Hollywood scouts, he became a household name with Taxi before Who's the Boss cemented his stardom. He later hosted the Tony Danza Show, starred on Broadway in The Producers, and appeared in Don John 2013. Danza received multiple Emmy and Golden Globe nominations and continues to be admired for his charisma and sincerity. Off-screen, he's known for teaching high school English in Philadelphia and for his dedication to community causes. As of 2025, Tony Danza is 74 years old and remains active in theater and television, admired as one of TV's most enduring father figures. Katherine Helmond played Mona Robinson, joining Who's the Boss in 1984 at age 55. Mona was Angela Bauer's free-spirited, flirtatious mother, whose humor, confidence, and unapologetic outlook on life became one of the show's greatest delights. With her sharp wit and adventurous attitude, Mona often stole scenes with her playful teasing of Tony and her open-minded advice to Angela. She represented a generation of women embracing independence and joy later in life, becoming an icon of empowerment and charm. Katherine Helmond's elegant comedic timing and warmth turned Mona into one of television's most beloved matriarchs. Before this role, Helmond was already acclaimed for her work on Soap, 1977-1981, earning 4 Emmy nominations. She continued to shine in series like Coach and Everybody Loves Raymond, and voiced Lizzie in Pixar's Cars films. A highly respected stage and screen actress, Helmond brought sophistication and heart to every role, In her personal life, she was married to David Christian for over 50 years, a partnership admired for its devotion. Katherine Helmond passed away on February 23, 2019 at the age of 89 due to complications from Alzheimer's disease, leaving behind a legacy of humor, grace, and fearless creativity. Judith Light played Angela Bauer, joining Who's the Boss in 1984 at age 35. Angela was a polished, intelligent, and career-focused advertising executive, a single mother striving to balance motherhood, independence, and ambition. Her world was upended when Tony Micelli arrived, as her housekeeper, turning her pristine home into a lively household full of warmth and humor. Angela's character symbolized the 1980s woman, breaking into male-dominated industries while still yearning for love and authenticity. Her gradual romantic tension with Tony gave the show its emotional core, reflecting vulnerability beneath her confident exterior. Judith Light's nuanced performance brought depth and wit to Angela, making her a feminist icon on television. Before the sitcom, Light was known for her Emmy-winning role on One Life to Live, where her portrayal of Karen Volek stunned audiences. After Who's the Boss, she transitioned into powerful dramatic roles, earning acclaim for Transparent Law & Order, SVU, and the assassination of Gianni Versace. A decorated stage actress, she won Tony Awards for Other Desert Cities and The Assembled Parties. Beyond acting, Light is a tireless advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and HIV/AIDS awareness. Married to actor Robert Desiderio since 1985, she balances art and activism with grace. As of 2025, Judith Light is 76 years old and continues to act, mentor young performers, and champion humanitarian causes worldwide. Nicole Eggert portrayed Marcy Ferguson in Who's the Boss in 1985, joining the cast at only 13 years old. Marcy was Samantha Micelli's lively and outspoken school friend, a cheerful girl who often found herself in humorous teenage situations alongside Samantha. With her bright personality and youthful energy, Marcy brought a spark of authenticity to the show's portrayal of adolescence, giving viewers a glimpse into the ordinary yet meaningful experiences of growing up. Her character embodied friendship, curiosity, and the insecurities of teenage life, all wrapped in a sense of optimism that matched the heartwarming tone of the series. For Nicole Eggert, this early role became an important stepping stone toward greater fame. She soon gained widespread attention as Jamie Powell on Charles in Charge, and later as Summer Quinn on Baywatch, one of television's most-watched shows of the 1990s. Beyond acting, Eggert appeared in numerous TV films and reality programs, including Celebrity Fit Club and Splash, showing a candid, relatable side to audiences. She also became an entrepreneur running her own ice cream truck business. Off-screen, she has spoken openly about the pressures of growing up in Hollywood and has been a vocal advocate for child actor rights and women's empowerment. As of 2025, Nicole Eggert is 53 years old and continues to balance family life with advocacy work, remaining a beloved figure from television's golden era. Danny Pintauro portrayed Jonathan Bauer from 1984 to 1992, joining Who's the Boss at just 8 years old. Jonathan, the young son of advertising executive Angela Bauer, was sweet, curious, and sometimes shy, the perfect counterpart to Samantha Micelli's outgoing energy. As the only child in a non-traditional household, he learned life lessons about family gender roles and growing up in a changing world. Jonathan's innocence and kindness made him a fan favorite, and his relationship with Tony Micelli added warmth and humor to the series. Danny Pintauro's natural charm made his early performances stand out, and he became one of television's most recognizable child stars of the 1980s. After Who's the Boss, he stepped away from acting for several years, focusing on education, and later earning a degree in drama from Stanford University. In later years, Pintauro became an advocate for HIV awareness and LGBTQ+ rights, courageously sharing his own health journey to help others. He also worked as a restaurant manager and motivational speaker, showing a life rooted in authenticity and resilience. As of 2025, Danny Pintauro is 49 years old, living a private but meaningful life dedicated to activism, compassion, and personal growth. Candace Azara portrayed Fran Tomopoulos in Who's the Boss during its final season in 1992, joining the cast at age 47. Fran was a warm, humorous, and talkative character who embodied the sitcom's enduring message about friendship, family, and second chances. Her witty remarks and compassionate presence added both laughter and emotional balance to the later episodes. Azara's comedic precision and relatable warmth made Fran memorable even in her brief appearances. Beyond the series, Candace Azara has enjoyed a long, diverse acting career spanning film, television, and Broadway. Trained by the legendary Lee Strasberg, she became known for her ability to bring authenticity to both comedy and drama. Her credits include Catch Me If You Can, Easy Money in Her Shoes, and acclaimed TV series like The Practice, Rhoda, and Entourage. On stage, she performed in The Rose Tattoo and Lovers and Other Strangers, earning respect among peers for her artistry and professionalism. Off-screen, Azara has remained deeply connected to the craft of acting, often mentoring younger performers and sharing her experience in workshops. Though she keeps her private life out of the public eye, her decades of work stand as a testament to her dedication and versatility. As of 2025, Candace Azara is 80 years old and continues to be celebrated as one of television and stage's most heartfelt and enduring character actresses. Rhoda Kimignani portrayed Mrs. Rossini, appearing throughout Who's the Boss beginning in 1984 at age 45. Mrs. Rossini, Tony Micelli's spirited Italian neighbor and close friend, was known for her warmth, energy, and frequent meddling in Tony's life, with good-hearted intentions. Her character added a lively familial touch to the show, representing the strong community bonds of Tony's Bronx roots. Often offering advice, gossip, or home-cooked meals, Mrs. Rossini's appearances brought humor and authenticity to the series, grounding its more emotional moments in relatable neighborhood charm. Off-screen, Rhoda Kimignani enjoyed a steady acting career across film and television, with roles in Seinfeld, Friends, and Soap, often portraying strong, outspoken women with comedic flair. A seasoned character actress, she worked alongside her husband, actor Zane Lasky, in several stage productions, reflecting her lifelong passion for performance. While she never sought celebrity, Kimignani became a recognizable face to TV audiences who cherished her warmth and humor. As of 2025, Rhoda Kimignani is 86 years old and enjoys a quiet life away from the spotlight, remembered fondly for bringing authenticity and heart to every role she played. Kate Vernon portrayed Kathleen Sawyer in Who's the Boss in 1990, joining the show at age 29. Kathleen was a confident and elegant woman who appeared as a romantic interest for Tony Micelli, challenging his notions of love and responsibility. Her character brought emotional depth and maturity to Tony's storyline, exploring whether he was ready to move beyond friendship and family devotion into a more serious relationship. Kathleen's independence and grace made her one of the show's more sophisticated guest characters, offering insight into Tony's growth as both a father and a man. Off-screen, Kate Vernon is known for her magnetic screen presence and versatility. The daughter of actor John Vernon, she grew up surrounded by the craft of performance and carved her own successful path in Hollywood. She gained recognition for her work in Falcon Crest, Pretty in Pink, and especially for her acclaimed role as Ellen Tighe in Battlestar Galactica, where she earned critical praise for her layered and emotionally complex portrayal. Vernon has also appeared in The 100 Nashville and The Morning Show. Known for her intelligence and understated charisma, she continues to balance film, television, and advocacy work within the entertainment industry. As of 2025, Kate Vernon is 64 years old and remains active in acting, admired for her longevity, elegance, and commitment to meaningful storytelling. James Coco portrayed Nick Milano in Who's the Boss in 1985, appearing at age 55. Nick was Angela Bauer's spirited and talkative father, a charming, old-fashioned man with a big heart and a mischievous sense of humor. His relationship with both Angela and Tony provided comic tension and tender family moments, offering glimpses into Angela's upbringing and the source of her strength. Coco's performance was vibrant and full of life-balancing humor with emotional sincerity, and though his time on the series was brief, it left a lasting impression. In real life, James Coco was an accomplished stage and screen actor, known for his expressive warmth and impeccable comedic timing. He appeared in films such as Only When I Laugh, Man of La Mancha, and Murder by Death, earning an Academy Award nomination and a Golden Globe win for Only When I Laugh. 1981. Coco's theater career was equally illustrious, with Tony nominations for The Last of the Red Hot Lovers and House of Blue Leaves. Despite health struggles and weight-related complications, he continued performing with passion until his final days. James Coco passed away on February 25, 1987, at the age of 56, from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy of laughter, warmth, and heartfelt artistry. Earl Boen portrayed Jim Peterson in Who's the Boss, beginning in 1984, joining the show at age 43. Jim was a charming, good-natured, supporting character whose down-to-earth attitude often brought a sense of balance to the hectic lives of Tony and Angela. Though not a central figure, Bowen's presence added warmth and subtle comedy, giving texture to the show's ensemble. Known for his commanding voice and versatile acting, Earl Bowen's career spanned over 4 decades, extending far beyond sitcoms. He became best known for his role as Dr. Peter Silberman, the cynical psychiatrist in the Terminator franchise, appearing in 3 of the films and becoming a cult favorite among science fiction fans. His powerful, resonant voice led him to a prolific career in animation and video games, where he voiced characters in World of Warcraft Monkey Island as the villainous LeChuck Metal Gear Solid 2, and countless others. In Hollywood, Bowen was admired for his professionalism and quiet intelligence, bringing depth to every role he played. Off-screen, he lived a private life with his wife Kathy, and was known for his dry wit and kindness toward younger actors. Earl Boen passed away on January 5, 2023 at the age of 81 from lung cancer. His voice, humor, and legacy continue to resonate with fans across generations of film and television. Jerry Hardin played Dr. Graham in Who's the Boss in 1992, appearing in the later years of the series. At that time, he was 62 years old when he first appeared in the series. His character, a calm and insightful professional, offered moments of wisdom and reflection amid the show's comedic chaos. Hardin's natural warmth and credibility made him perfect for roles of authority and intelligence traits that defined much of his career. Born on November 20, 1929 in Dallas, Texas, Jerry Hardin trained at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London, and went on to become one of television's most respected character actors. His work spans decades, with appearances in The X-Files, as the mysterious Deep Throat Star Trek The Next Generation Sliders, Quantum Leap Melrose Place, and L.A. Law. Hardin is celebrated for his deep voice and commanding yet empathetic presence, capable of transforming minor roles into memorable performances. Married to actress Diane Hardin, he is also the father of actress Melora Hardin, the office monk, continuing the family's acting tradition. As of 2025, Jerry Hardin is 95 years old, still fondly remembered by fans for his intelligence, warmth, and distinguished presence on screen. Walter Olkowicz played Tiny McGee in Who's the Boss in 1987, appearing at age 39. Tiny was a big-hearted, gentle character whose nickname humorously contrasted his large frame and soft personality. His role added warmth and levity to the show, representing the kind of loyal, good-natured friends that surrounded Tony Micelli. Tiny often provided comic relief, but Olkowicz's natural charm ensured that even his brief appearances carried sincerity and humor. Walter Olkowicz built a long and respected career as a character actor, appearing in over 100 television shows and films. Audiences may remember him best as Jacques Renault in Twin Peaks and as Dougie Boudreau in Grace Under Fire. Known for his expressive face and endearing performances, he brought authenticity to every role, from comedy to mystery. Despite struggling with health problems later in life, Olkowicz continued to work and inspire admiration from his peers. Off-screen, he was loved for his kindness, wit, and mentorship to younger actors. Walter Olkowicz passed away on April 6, 2021 at the age of 72 after a long illness. His warmth, humor, and humanity continue to be remembered fondly by fans of classic television. Frank Sinatra appeared as himself in Who's the Boss in 1989, a rare and memorable cameo that added a touch of star power and charm to the series. At that time, he was 73 years old when he first appeared in the series. Playing none other than Frank Sinatra, the legendary singer brought his effortless charisma to the sitcom, delighting both the cast and audience. His guest appearance symbolized the show's cultural reach when Old Blue Eyes himself drops by. It's a moment of television magic. Born on December 12, 1915 in Hoboken, New Jersey, Sinatra rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most iconic entertainers of the 20th century. With a velvety voice and magnetic stage presence, he sold over 150 million records worldwide with timeless hits like My Way, Fly Me to the Moon, and New York, New York. Beyond music, Sinatra was an Academy Award-winning actor, honored for From Here to Eternity 1953, and praised for roles in The Man with the Golden Arm and The Manchurian Candidate. Off-screen, his life was as colorful as his performances, marked by political connections. Headline romances and marriages to Nancy Barbado, Ava Gardner, Mia Farrow, and Barbara Marx. Frank Sinatra passed away on May 14, 1998, at the age of 82, from a heart attack, leaving behind an immortal legacy in music, film, and American culture. Bill Irwin portrayed Ted in Who's the Boss in 1984, bringing his signature wit and classic comedic timing to the role. At that time, he was 69 years old when he first appeared in the series. Ted was a kindly but occasionally bumbling character, embodying the show's lighthearted humor and warmth. Though his part was small, Irwin's performance added the kind of old-fashioned charm that made Who's the Boss a timeless family sitcom. Beyond this show, Bill Irwin enjoyed one of the longest and most diverse acting careers in television history. Born on December 2, 1914 in Honey Grove, Texas, he began performing in theater before transitioning to film and television in the 1940s. He appeared in countless beloved series, including Seinfeld, for which he earned an Emmy nomination for his role as Sid Fields, along with I Love Lucy, The Twilight Zone, Perry Mason, and My Name is Earl. Known for his expressive face and gentle comedic energy, he brought authenticity and heart to even the briefest roles. Off-screen, Irwin was also a talented cartoonist and a member of the National Cartoonist Society. Bill Irwin passed away peacefully on December 29, 2010 at the age of 96, leaving behind a legacy of humor, longevity, and dedication to the craft of performance. Dennis Berkley played Pee-wee in Who's the Boss in 1986, embodying a lovable blue-collar everyman whose rough exterior hid a heart of gold. At that time, he was 41 years old when he first appeared in the series. With his deep voice, scruffy appearance, and genuine warmth, Berkley made Pee-wee both funny and relatable, perfectly fitting into the show's family-friendly tone. Born on September 10, 1945 in Los Angeles, California, Dennis Berkley built an impressive career as a character actor spanning film, television, and voice work. He appeared in dozens of hit shows including Hill Street Blues, The Drew Carey Show, and My Name is Earl, and was also memorable in films like Tin Cup Mask and Con Air. In the world of animation, fans recognized his distinctive voice in King of the Hill, where he portrayed several characters over the years. Known among colleagues as a gentle giant with a big heart, Berkley balanced his on-screen toughness with kindness off-camera. He was married to Laura Berkley and had 2 children, fostering a close-knit family life. Dennis Berkley passed away on July 14, 2013 at the age of 67 from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy of humor, depth, and authenticity across decades of American television. Pat Buttram portrayed Chappie in Who's the Boss in 1990, bringing his unmistakable Southern charm and humor to the show. At that time, he was 75 years old when he first appeared in the series. Chappie was a quirky, good-hearted character whose folksy manner and quick wit provided a delightful contrast to the suburban sophistication of the main cast. Buttram's warm drawl and sharp comedic timing made him instantly recognizable, as he was already a beloved figure in American entertainment. Born on June 19, 1915 in Addison, Alabama, Pat Buttram began his career on radio before moving into film and television. He gained national fame as Gene Autry's sidekick in numerous westerns and as Mr. Haney in the hit sitcom Green Acres, a role that cemented his place in pop culture. His voice also became iconic through Disney animated classics such as The Aristocats' Robin Hood and The Fox and the Hound, where his distinctive tone brought humor and heart to animal characters. Known for his quick-wit, generosity, and humor, both on and off the set, he was deeply respected among peers. Pat Buttram passed away on January 8, 1994, at the age of 78, leaving behind a warm legacy as one of Hollywood's most endearing and recognizable character actors. Scott Grimes portrayed Chad McCann in Who's the Boss in 1986, a charming and well-meaning teenage boy who became Samantha Micelli's crush. At that time, he was 15 years old when he first appeared in the series. Chad was polite, romantic, and slightly awkward, the perfect image of a boy trying to navigate young love. His appearances captured the innocence and emotional tenderness of adolescence, giving audiences a relatable coming-of-age subplot. Grimes's natural charisma and comedic instinct made him stand out even in his youth. Born on July 9, 1971 in Lowell, Massachusetts, Scott Grimes began performing at an early age, showing promise both as an actor and a singer. After Who's the Boss?, he continued building an impressive resume with major roles in Party of Five ER and the World War II epic Band of Brothers, where his portrayal of Technical Sergeant Donald Malarkey earned critical acclaim. Grimes also found enduring fame as the voice of Steve Smith in Seth MacFarlane's American Dad, and as Lieutenant Gordon Malloy in The Orville, displaying his rare blend of humor, sensitivity, and musicality. As a musician, he released albums that highlighted his smooth vocals and songwriting talent. In his personal life, he has been married 3 times, most recently to actress Adrienne Palicki. As of 2025, Scott Grimes is 54 years old, still active in film, television, and music, admired for his versatility, humility, and timeless appeal. Richard Sanders portrayed Bob Wormser in Who's the Boss? In 1985, bringing a mix of intelligence and dry humor to the series. At that time, he was 45 years old when he first appeared in the series. His character, though not a regular, stood out for his sharp wit and understated comedic presence, contributing to the sitcom's balance between heart and humor. Sanders' nuanced acting style, often portraying mild-mannered yet eccentric professionals, made him a familiar face on American television throughout the 1970s and 1980s. Born on August 23, 1940 in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, he graduated from Carnegie Mellon University and trained at the prestigious London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art. His most famous role remains Les Nessman, the socially awkward but endearing newsman from WKRP in Cincinnati, a performance that earned him lasting cult admiration. Sanders also appeared in Lou Grant L.A. Law and The Secret of NIMH, showcasing his versatility across comedy and drama. Beyond acting, he is known for his work as a screenwriter and stage performer, maintaining a relatively private personal life. As of 2025, Richard Sanders is 85 years old, remembered as a gifted character actor with impeccable timing and enduring charm. Leslie Nielsen portrayed Max Muldoon in Who's the Boss? In 1987, bringing his unmistakable wit and comedic brilliance to the role. At that time, he was 61 years old when he first appeared in the series. Max Muldoon was a suave yet slightly eccentric gentleman whose humor and charm lit up the screen. Nielsen's deadpan delivery and effortless timing gave the episode a touch of classic Hollywood sophistication. Known for his ability to turn even the simplest line into a comic gem, Nielsen transformed a guest appearance into an unforgettable highlight of the show. Born on February 11, 1926, in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, Leslie Nielsen began as a serious actor, appearing in more than 100 dramatic roles before becoming a comedy legend. His early performances in Forbidden Planet and The Poseidon Adventure showcased his gravitas, but it was Airplane 1980 that changed everything, reintroducing him to the world as a master of parody. The Naked Gun trilogy cemented his place in pop culture, making him one of the most beloved comedians in cinema history. Off-screen, Nielsen was known for his generosity, humility, and mischievous humor, often carrying a small fart machine to prank friends and interviewers. He was married 4 times and had 2 daughters whom he adored deeply. Leslie Nielsen passed away on November 28, 2010 at the age of 84 due to complications from pneumonia, leaving an indelible mark as the man who made the world laugh by keeping a straight face. Vincent Schiavelli appeared as the motel manager in Who's the Boss? In 1985, leaving a lasting impression with his instantly recognizable look and soulful delivery. At that time, he was 37 years old when he first appeared in the series. His character, though brief, was both comedic and strangely touching, typical of Schiavelli's gift for making even minor roles memorable. With his tall, lanky frame and deeply expressive eyes, he could evoke sympathy, humor, and melancholy in a single glance. Born on November 11, 1948, in Brooklyn, New York, Schiavelli was of Sicilian descent and trained at New York University's prestigious drama program. His career spanned film, television, and stage, marked by unforgettable roles in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Amadeus Ghost, and Batman Returns. He was known for portraying eccentric yet deeply human characters, often misunderstood outsiders with quiet dignity. Off-screen, he was a talented writer and food enthusiast, penning essays celebrating Sicilian cooking and heritage. Married to actress Alice Beasley, he was admired for his intelligence, warmth, and old-world charm. Vincent Schiavelli passed away on December 26, 2005, at the age of 57 from lung cancer. He is remembered not only as a gifted character actor, but also as a poet of emotion, an artist who gave depth and beauty to Hollywood's strangest souls. Vito Scotti played Uncle Aldo in Who's the Boss in 1985, a lively and affectionate Italian relative whose humor and warmth perfectly complemented the show's family spirit. At that time, he was 67 years old when he first appeared in the series. Uncle Aldo was full of stories, laughter, and charm, embodying the heart of Italian-American tradition that resonated with many viewers. Scotti's rich expressiveness and comedic brilliance made him a scene stealer, despite limited screen time. Born on January 26, 1918 in San Francisco, California, Vito Scotti began his career in vaudeville before moving into film and television, quickly becoming one of the most prolific character actors of his generation. Over his 5-decade career, he appeared in more than 200 productions, including Gilligan's Island, Get Smart Columbo, and The Godfather. Known for his impeccable comedic timing and distinctive facial expressiveness, Scotti could turn even small roles into memorable moments. His range was remarkable, effortlessly switching between slapstick humor and heartfelt sincerity. Off-screen, he was known as a kind gentleman deeply devoted to his family. Married to Irene Scotti for over 40 years, he had 2 children and was beloved in the Hollywood community for his loyalty and warmth. Vito Scotti passed away on June 5, 1996, at the age of 78, remembered as a master of character acting whose humor, heart, and professionalism enriched generations of television history. Who is your favorite character from Who's the Boss? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community